In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make not one or two, but three decorations for your front door for spring and summer. Keep watching. Hello. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. I am so excited you guys are here today because in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to create three different home decor ideas for your front door. They are super easy and very affordable. So if you are interested in this video, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with a friend. And if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing. This is also a Friends Hub collaboration. So to watch the next video on this hub, there's going to be a link in the description box below. Are you guys ready to get started? Well, let's head to the studio. Alright, so I'm really excited about this particular project because it is inspired by the Tiffany blue lantern with a big bunny. Do you guys remember that? If you have not seen that video with all of the Tiffany blue projects, I'm going to link it down below and right here on the icon right now so you guys can check it out after this video. So the materials we're going to use for this wreath to match all of that theme is going to be 2 bolts of this beautiful ribbon from the dollar store. I'm also going to use 2 bolts of the Tiffany blue from the dollar store. I already have pre-made a bow for it because I don't want to take so long. I don't want to take your guys' time. But if you guys have not seen that video, how to make a bow, once again, it's going to be linked down below. So I'm going to use a bow. I'm going to use one of these wreath forms from the dollar store. And I don't know if you guys remember when I got this, I was super excited because I've never actually done a square wreath, but I do recommend to go ahead and get that pesky tag off of it. So we're going to use one of these square wreaths. I'm going to use some greenery, and I like this plum that is from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to use 2 of these cherry blossom stems from the dollar store as well, and then I'm going to use a little piece of foam. And to just embellish it a little bit, I picked this cute little bunny that we're going to hot glue, and my tools are going to be these wire cutters, my scissors, and then of course my hot glue gun that is preheating right here. And here's a little tip: if you guys have a little dish just to put your hot glue gun, make sure that it's a porcelain dish because the glue doesn't really stick to it, so it really is easy for cleanup. All right, let me get all of this ready, situated, and I'll be right back to give you guys all of the steps. Keep watching. All right, so this is going to be a super fun project, and the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna free one of my Tiffany blue ribbons. Isn't this just gorgeous, you guys? As I mentioned to you before, this is inspired by the lantern and the bunny that was wearing this beautiful Tiffany blue jacket. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna separate this square in 2, and I'm gonna cover one of these halves with a Tiffany blue ribbon. And what I like to do is just drop it on the floor because I know I'm gonna use all of it. And then what I need to do is just very tightly go ahead and wrap this corner like this. And you don't even need the hot glue gun yet. All you have to do is just make sure that it's very tight, and just continue to wrap your wreath form. Now the other thing, you want it to be a little bit more girthy. What you need to do is you need to use another one of these back to back, but since it's going to be flat on the door, and this will be perfect if you have a screen door, if you have a smaller door for an apartment, or just a door that is not so large. You guys know that I like to make big wreaths, and sometimes people just don't have that kind of a door. So this is the perfect project to do because it is super easy and it's going to be really perfect for spring and Easter. And thumbs up if you guys are enjoying these videos. I cannot wait to show you all of the summer ideas that we have already lined up for you here at Ramon at Home. So basically just go ahead and fold your corner like this, but we have to go back because we have to cover that corner. So I need to go ahead and just fold right here. Make sure you cover your corner like that. And then you twist right here like this. And then just go ahead and start covering your other half. And I think 1 bolt, I bought 2 for this project, but I think 1 bolt of ribbon will do. Just make sure that it's very tight. And I'm gonna continue to go on. I wanted to get that bolt off of there because it's easier if you just don't have the bolt. And look how easy this is, you guys, and fast. Basically all you have to do is swirl this around like this. So I want to be half of it, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this corner like this, kind of what I did with the other one. And I'm just going to finish my ribbon. And once you get to this point, I'm just gonna go back to make sure that this corner really is covered like this. Perfect. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my hot glue gun and I'm going to just put a little dab. Make sure that you fold this because it does look more finished. Then you grab your hot glue gun and you're going to go ahead and glue right here. And just make sure that you press down, let it cool down a little bit. I don't want you to burn yourself, so just go ahead and press down a little bit and look at that. All right, so that's what this corner is going to be. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna wrap the rest of it off camera and I'll be right back with you, so keep watching. All right, so now that we have our frame covered, half of it in the Tiffany blue and then half on this beautiful check ribbon, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab a little piece of foam and I'm gonna add some glue to it. And I want to be generous because I really want it to hang on to that fabric. And excuse the smoke, but it's just really hot. So I'm gonna add it right here, cut it corner like this. And you might be wondering, well, Ramon, what are you doing? Why are you adding foam? Well, I wanna show you that we're going to cover this foam by using the exact same ribbon right here, like this. And that also is going to help us secure that foam. It's gonna hang on with the glue, then it's gonna help us secure that foam. Now I'm gonna leave this ribbon right here because we're gonna attach the bow with it. But before I do that, I wanna go ahead and I wanna put some greenery because remember, if you're gonna use any florals anywhere, make sure that you green your florals because no flower really grows without greenery unless it's a pave. Well then yeah, I understand. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna add a few touches of greenery and I want them to go a little down, basically just the four corners. Give them a little twist like this, and I'm gonna add one right here to extend the shape like that. So now that I have my greenery, I want to grab my bow, and I have put one of these pipe cleaners to tie, but I'm gonna go ahead and tie with this ribbon first to double secure it. So just bring this little ribbon that you used right here and just go ahead and attach this right here. And see, you now don't see that foam, and it's going to add a lot of character. And then to double secure, just grab your pipe cleaner and then tie it on the back as well with the pipe cleaner. All right, so how gorgeous is this, you guys? I love it already. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add some of these really pretty blooms. So I'm gonna cut some of them. I'm gonna make some shorter stems. Just make sure that you cut at the root of your stem so you get the most of it. All right, like that. I'm gonna cut some short, some long. I'm gonna leave that one like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use this one, and remember to just get them a little bent, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go into my foam right here, and I'm going to put right there, and look at that. How easy was that? Then I'm gonna add this longer one, and I'm going to go ahead and find my foam and put it right there. Now I wanted to get some short ones because what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow me to really push forward in my bouquet here. And I'm gonna do the same over here. And let me see, I have one more that I wanna go through the ribbons so it's a little bit more three-dimensional. And I have one last one. I'm gonna take that little bloom off. I'm gonna add right here. And just make sure that you find that foam and it really goes into the foam. And you can always bend those right here. There you go. You can always bend those blooms down. How cute is this, you guys? All right, so we are almost over, and for Easter I decided to use this cute little bunny. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna go ahead and add some glue right here and be generous because remember we're attaching to fabric. Let it cool down a little bit, and then just find the spot right here in your bow and go ahead and put that cute little bunny in there. Just press it down for a little bit. And look how cute this is, you guys. And this didn't really cost you more than a few dollars to make. Actually, it was $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 to make this cute little door hanger. I'm gonna hang it on my door and I will show you what it looks like, so keep watching. All right, you guys, so I just wanna show you how cute this turned out. And sorry about the wind, but look how easy and gorgeous you can make your wreath for this spring and Easter. And I absolutely love it. And I just want to point out that I did went ahead and covered the wreath hanger with the same ribbon that we wrapped our form with. and I just absolutely love this. All right, well, I really hope you enjoyed the first DIY. I really thought it was super easy, fun, and very affordable. And as I told you guys earlier, these videos actually in collaboration with a whole bunch of other male creators here in YouTube. Let's hear for the boys Frame Hub. How this works is there is going to be a link down below in the description box below, so you guys can go check out the next video and you can hop from video to video. I could not be more excited to be a part of this all male collaboration, and thanks to Jamie for inviting me. I really am having a lot of fun. So don't forget to check the next video in the comment section below. Are you ready for project number 2? Let's head back to the studio. All right, everyone, so the materials we're gonna need for this gorgeous swag is going to be, I have a bundle of this beautiful forsythia that I got at Walmart. I just saw this at the store the other day, so I know for a fact it's available right now. I'm also gonna use a zip tie. I'm gonna use 5 hydrangeas. I'm gonna use 4 short ones and just a long one to give our swag some length. I'm gonna use a variety of faux branches. Now, when I used to do this swag to sell at one of the stores that I used to work at, we actually used to do this with actual branches falling from trees. We used to go and upcycle them, but since I don't have any fallen branches, I'm gonna go ahead and use some faux ones. I'm gonna use a pre-made bow with this gorgeous blue and white ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby. This is my favorite ribbon. If you guys know me, you know that I love blue and white. And if you don't know, well, now you know. And then also I'm gonna use some of this leftover greenery just to give it some green. So I'm gonna get all of this ready and I'll be right back to give you step number 1. Keep watching. All right, so step number 1 is going to be to arrange our branches, and I want this to be really long on the door to go almost all the way down to look very wild. So I'm gonna use the longest one and I'm gonna point that one down. Then I'm gonna grab my core. If you guys been following this channel for any period of time, you know that we have a core, and the core is where everything radiates from, and then also is where we attach to be able to hang to the door. So I wanna make sure that I have enough. Well, this actually I can bend down like this. You can always give them a little shape. So that's gonna be our core. Then I'm gonna grab one of these olive branches and I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right here. And this is where we're gonna tie. And what I like about these branches is because they're wired and you can actually play with them to give your swag some really fun and realistic play. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach that there, and you can just go ahead and turn those branches whatever way you want. Then I'm gonna grab this one right here with the rosebud, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here, kind of going down on this ladder motion. That way you have branches to fluff when we are done with this swag. All right, so far this is what it looks like. So we just have a whole bunch of branches and I love it. But what I'm going to introduce next is going to be some greenery. Because if you've been following this channel, you know that every time that you use flowers, unless it's a pave style, you might want to use some greenery because it makes it look more natural. So I'm gonna grab right here and I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of swirl that around. And remember, these have wires, so we're gonna fluff at the end. I'm gonna add this right here, like this. All right, so next I'm gonna use my hydrangea. So I'm gonna bring my hydrangea in, and I'm going to use one of the short ones, one of the big head hydrangeas, and I'm gonna nestle it right here, kind of pulling forward. Then I'm gonna grab my second short one. I'm gonna go ahead and go right here. So you want a gap, because remember, this is where your bow is going to go, like this. And once again, you can just go ahead and start playing with those bulb heads. And then I'm gonna grab 1/3 one, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab the core right here and let it just hang down as far down as you can. And I think that's going to look really, really pretty. All right, so the next step, I'm gonna use 2 of these hydrangeas, smaller ones, and I'm gonna leave them to the end to fill in. So what I wanna do is I wanna go ahead and bring all of my forsythia and move them over here in case you cannot see. And you wanna start just adding to your core, always, never letting go, and then just start playing with those branches. Remember when forsythia grows in the wild, like in Kansas where I used to live, it just grows like all, it's really messy looking, but it's such a beautiful pop of color. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this one right here. All right, so then I'm gonna grab another one right here, and I'm gonna come over to this side. And look how tattered it's looking. I absolutely love this look. It's so messy, it's going to look so realistic on my door. And that's what you want to do when you're doing flowers. You want to do what the flowers actually do in the wild. These flowers grow like that, so you don't want to have them all straight up, because that's not how they grow and they're not going to look natural. So that's one thing that you need to know. If you're doing flowers, you have to try and replicate how the flowers grow in the wild, because that's what's going to give her a more natural look. So I'm going to add one right here, a short one right here. And remember, this is where our bow goes. And I'm gonna go ahead and add another one right here on the top, then one here on the bottom. Perfect. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab another one of these smaller hydrangeas, and I'm gonna come down first. I'm gonna cross it so it goes to one way, and look how it's getting wide. You don't want it to be so narrow on the door. You wanna give it some play. I'm gonna come right here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna zip tie all of this together, never letting go of your core right here. That's where you want to zip tie. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I go all the way around this guy right here. Okay, so now that you have your swag all zip tied and it's all secure, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my bow and I'm going to put this pre-made bow. Now, if you don't know how to make a bow, I have a video on how to make 3 types of bows that I'm going to link up right here, right now, and then also in the description box. If you guys don't know how to make a bow, I really recommend you watch it. It's very informational. However, the music is very loud, so sorry. That was one of my first videos and I didn't know what I was doing, so I apologize. So basically, we just put this right here, and that's going to be our hanger. So now I'm gonna take you to the door because I wanna show you a trick with the ribbon. We're gonna fluff it out and I'll show you what it looks like, so keep watching. All right, everyone, so once you have your swag all done, I want to show you a really quick trick, and that is by having some long tails right here hanging from your hanger. I'm going to go ahead and hang my swag, and then what I want you to do is, first of all, you're going to fluff, like I told you earlier, you're going to fluff all of these flowers and all this greenery, making sure that they're coming forward on the top and on the bottom. And then what you want to do with this ribbon right here is you want to weave it in through your swag, and then you might want to do a few knots right here, and then let the pretty side in. You're gonna do the same with this one right here. Just go ahead and grab some of these branches. I'm gonna tie this one right here to the flower. This is super easy, but it really gives your swag a lot of character and it makes it look even more elegant. So just go ahead and pull this ribbon, and you can just be rough with it, and then at the end just make sure that you fluff so it looks delicate again. And you can just go ahead and tack this one in and this one up like this, and that gives yourself a gorgeous swag for spring and summer. Okay, so I just want to show you how gorgeous this swag looks on my front door. And it was super simple to make. As you guys can see, it goes all the way down to the door, and it just makes such a beautiful statement with the ribbons tied like that into the branches. And I'm gonna back up a little bit just so you can see how beautiful this looks. I am having so much fun showing you guys how to create these beautiful door decorating pieces for your summer decor. But I want to take a second to invite you to join this channel if you haven't. If you are here from the Let's Hear From The Boys Friend Hub, I really recommend to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell button, and then also to follow me on my Instagram account for daily Insta stories, behind the scenes, and all the things that you guys don't get to see here on this YouTube channel. Also, I want to let you know that there is a prize package that one lucky winner will take home courtesy of our sponsors for this Let's Hear For The Boys Friends Hub. All you have to do to be entered into this giveaway is go in the hub and leave a comment on every single one of the videos on this Let's Hear For The Boys Friends Hub, and the winner will be announced very soon. Are you ready for project number 3? I know I am, so let's head back to the studio. Alright, so for this project, what we're going to use is one of these really cute baskets that I got from the 99-cent only store, and I think they are sister companies with Dollar General. It was $2.99, but don't quote me on it. So if you do have a 99-cent store only, that's where you can find it. They're super affordable. I'm going to use 1 block of florist foam that is cut in half, and I just went ahead and pushed it in there. I'm also going to use some green moss that you guys know I'm crazy about, and you can find this at Walmart. I'm going to use some really pretty purple lilac from the Walmart store, or as I like to call it, Woolly World, because I think we're friends. And then I'm gonna use some of these orange ranunculus. I'm gonna use a bundle of Fox Hollow, also from Walmart. Some of these really pretty peach ranunculus and 5 irises. That's also one bundle. For my greenery, I'm gonna use some palm that I had already laying around. Also some of these eucalyptus that I also have, but I know this is from Walmart and they have it right now. And then I have some extra greenery with a touch of fuchsia to just give it a little punch. And then I'm gonna use about a yard of this black and white stripe ribbon that I think is gonna give it a really modern feel to it. And this is from Shinoda Design Center. All right, so the very first thing I'm going to do, now that I have my door piece right here, I'm gonna grab some of this moss and I'm gonna cover my mechanics just by tucking it in like this. And you don't need much. And also I always encourage you to just let it hang out because moss grows kind of wild like that. And I really just like the punch of green right here. And I'm gonna save some of it for the end to show you guys a little trick. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna use some of this palm and I'm gonna go ahead and put one right here, and that's gonna give us some height into our door. I'm gonna use another one coming down right here. Remember, what goes up must come down. And I am talking to you guys when I do floral design about the triangle. So if you only have 3 pieces, make sure that you use it on a triangle like this. All right, to fill in, I'm gonna bring some of this pretty eucalyptus. And if you've been following the channel, then you know that I like to use as many as 3 types of greenery because it makes your arrangement look more natural. So I'm gonna do one on this left. What happens on the right has to happen right here on the left, and that's gonna help us with the width. And then we're gonna bring one down right here on the front. Now don't put it straight forward, just go ahead and give it another bend. See how this one curves like this? Give this another bend and just make it curve the opposite way. And that's gonna give you balance into your arrangement. All right, so the first flower I'm going to add is going to be some of this lilac because it is the tallest. So I wanna see how high I can make my arrangement look. So what happens on the left happens on the right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this corner right here. And what happens on the right has to happen on the left. Then we're gonna go ahead and give it a bend down so it spills forward. And I'm gonna go ahead and push it right here. And then I'm gonna do one more, going the opposite way. And see how we have it all the way around. Then I have one last one right here. I'm gonna put right here in the middle. So see how that gave it a balance, and it is all over the perimeter of your arrangement. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring some of this ranunculus and I'm gonna go ahead and grab it right here so it doesn't move. I'm gonna add one right here. So I'm gonna do 2 on this side. Remember that I like to work in sets of 3s, 2s, and 1s. And those are just rules that I made up when I was learning floristry to remind myself. So that way the bouquets were always balanced. I'm gonna do one here. I'm gonna do the second one right here. And I'm gonna do a third one over here. So now we have that orange all over the place. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna fill in with some of this greenery with a fuchsia. And I told you guys, this is gonna be super simple. And look what this does, it starts to cover that foam and then also adds that little punch of fuchsia and that greenery. It's just so pretty. All right, so I'm gonna add one right here and one right here. Oh, I love the sound of foam, I love it. Some of you guys think I'm crazy, but all right, so I have this right here from Walmart. So I'm gonna add one right here to accent, and I'm gonna go over on this side as well. Then I have some of these irises, and because I did 3 on this side and 2 on one side, so what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna do one right here, and then I'm gonna go down over on this side, and make sure you have to go through the moss sometimes, so just make sure you wiggle it because it has to go into the foam. And then I'm gonna do 3 on this side, so I'm gonna add one right here on the top, 2, and always playing with that triangle. So the next I'm gonna put over here on this side. All right, so the last flower I have is going to be this Fox Hollow, and this is what I call your flyaways. What really sticks out and makes it more daintier, and I just also love Fox Hollow, whether it's fresh or silk, because look what this does. It just comes out of your bouquet, and it gives it that extra beautiful oomph that you need. into your floral. And this is to go with our centerpiece that I show you guys how to make. If you have not seen the matching centerpiece for this, I'm gonna link it up right here and also in the description box below so you guys can see, because I like to have a cohesive look going all throughout the home. So that way you buy flowers in bulk because you might have a few projects. Okay, so what happens on the right happens on the left. And the easiest way to always remember this is if I'm going to do one up here, and I have to immediately move to the other side and do the exact same thing. So that way it's always balanced. I have a few short ones that I'm just gonna go ahead and use as filler right here, right here. Look how cute this turned out. And as you guys can see, it literally takes a few minutes. It doesn't really take that long. I have a few leftover flowers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just poke them here somewhere. Because at this point it's already balanced, so you can just add some flowers. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do a bow real quick, and I want those tails to be probably as long as my basket right here. I was about to say banister. So I want a really simple bow, so I'm just gonna do like maybe a 2-loop bow, maybe a 3. And there's nothing wrong with doing a 3-loop bow, you guys. A lot of people is like, oh, why 3? Well, just because, why not? So I'm gonna cut my ribbon right here. Then I'm gonna show you a quick trick. I'm gonna bring out one of my wires. This is about a 16 gauge wire from my wire box. And then I'm gonna have a stem that I have from the florals earlier. I'm gonna cut this a little shorter, but right here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my wire and I'm gonna tie my bow with this wire right here, right? Then I'm gonna grab this stem and I'm gonna put it right here in the middle of my bow, and I'm gonna really tightly just go ahead and swirl it around, and then you grab the rest of your wire and then just go like chunk, like this, and that'll give you a stem to poke your little bow to the foam. All right, check this out. So I want it to be probably right here on the side. I'm gonna go ahead, I might just have to readjust some of these flowers. I'm just gonna go ahead and poke this bow right here. Look how cute this is, you guys. Super simple, super affordable, and this black and white ribbon with all of these colors just looks so gorgeous put together. But never, 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 never forget to dovetail your ribbons, because if I come to your house and they're not dovetail, I'm gonna ask you for a pair of scissors. All right, so I'm gonna cut this one right here. Oh my goodness, that is the worst dovetail I've ever done in my life. All right, there you go. Like this. I'm gonna cut this a little shorter just so they staggered perfectly. Perfect. Look at this, how cute is this? I'm gonna put it on my door and show you what it looks like, so keep watching. All right, so this is what this particular door hanger looks like on my door, and I just absolutely love the detail of the black and white ribbon with all of these beautiful spring florals. And as you guys can see, I also covered the wreath hanger with the same ribbon to just give it a more polished look, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, that's all I have for today, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did showing you. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, and let them know what we're doing here at Ramon at Home. I cannot wait to read your comments, so leave me a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite project out of the 3. And if you are visiting from the Let's Hear for the Boys Friends Hub, well, I really hope you consider subscribing because you will not want to miss any of the upcoming decorating ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I recommend you watch this one right here where I show you how to create a gorgeous wreath with lemons. Consider subscribing. You can watch more videos right now, and until next time, bye.